I'm Brian Bedrosian. I'm a research biologist at a nonprofit research institute called Craighead, Beringia South. The project we're working on is trying to reduce lead ingestion in avian scavengers, particularly bald eagles and ravens. The primary source of lead ingestion in eagles and ravens here in Jackson is through big game hunting. During the winter, eagles and ravens primarily feed on gut piles that are left behind by hunters after a successful hunt. We have documented an average of 140 lead fragments per gut pile that we randomly took out of the field here in Jackson Hole. Anywhere from as few as 3 fragments to as many as 20 is enough, if fully metabolized, to kill an eagle. So each gut pile has the potential, if fully ingested, to kill upwards of 10 eagles. Lead, as it is dispersed from that mushrooming bullet, goes at about an 18-inch spread surrounding the bullet trajectory, meaning that the lead particles can be in some of the meat hunters are bringing home to their families.
My name is Jeff Eason. I am an environmental health specialist for Teton County, Wyoming. People using lead ammunition can be hazardous if they do consume the meat that has the shrapnel in it from the bullets. The smaller the particle, the more potentially dangerous it is to your health.
When we first realized how much lead was getting into the system, I was shocked myself because I had hunted all my life and thought, how could I have been using lead bullets all my life?
Thankfully, this is a very easily solvable problem by using non-lead alternative rifle ammunition. We wanted to take the next step of being able to provide non-lead ammunition to our local hunters here in Jackson Hole. And so in 2009, with the help of 1% for the Tetons, we were able to distribute free non-lead ammunition to hunters in both Grand Teton National Park and the National Elk Refuge.
My name's Chris J. I'm the general manager at Jack Dennis Sports.
Steve Kane, senior wildlife biologist at Grand Teton National Park.
There was a program that was set so that the hunters would bring in their permit, and if we had their caliber, we were essentially giving them free ammo.
And this is a great thing for the park because it minimizes exposure to lead, which is known as a very toxic material, to all organisms in the park, but particularly scavengers.
That first year, we had almost a quarter of the hunters in our area participate in our program and use non-lead ammunition for their successful hunt.
The next year, it went up to around 30%. And by the third year, last year, we were up to about 50% of hunters using lead-free ammunition.
We saw a corresponding decrease in the lead levels of both the eagles and the ravens over the course of the years, indicating that this is a very successful way to mitigate this type of toxin for the eagles and the ravens.
Sportsmen's groups have been very willing to try it out and have been happy with it, and that's why we're seeing the increased use of non-lead ammo around this area.
Steve Callan, Refuge Manager of the National Elk Refuge. Of course, the advantage of using non-lead ammunition is there's no lead in the environment, and there's no lead in the meat that is processed for human consumption.
This is a case where science has led directly into tangible changes in use and protection of the environment in this area. Our hope is that within 10 years, we won't even be having this conversation about whether to use lead or non-lead ammunition, that the sportsman community and the industry will move in that direction because it makes so much sense environmentally.
Eagles are dying. We can stop it by using a ballistically superior bullet that costs nominally more money than the non-lead counterparts. And I think we as a hunting community owe it to the conservation of our wildlife and our systems to keep those systems healthy for our future generations to enjoy like we have.